Round one, fight!
The Grim Reaper Gamers are a 25 and over gaming community with members spanning the globe, playing games across all genres, but our roots are in first-person shooters. Bring your thick skin, drink of choice, and grab your controllers. GRG members are on nightly with official community nights every Wednesday. And now, it's time for the ReaperCast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grim Reaper Gamers ReaperCast. We got a full show for you here tonight, the first show of 2017. And we got a full group here for the roundtable. So let's start off with my co-host tonight, since he got so offended that I made him wait until second to introduce last show.
Goddamn buying it, right?
No, it was on sale Tuesday.
No, this was last week before. Don't make me get my phone out. And so, I played with Ghost and I played with Balak. Have you installed it yet?
No, I got it installed. I just haven't played that yet. I played some Battlefield this week, but I haven't played the other.
You did install it?
Yes, it's installed.
But have you flown a ship yet?
I haven't flown a ship yet.
Oh, well, it's only a week. I mean, what am I expecting after you buy a game? I mean, so
Here we go.
I'll just sit here in the loading dock and wait for you to show up so I can fly my ship, because I just wanted to start playing it because of my friend, and my friend isn't there for me.
Dear God. Here we go again. Jesus
I've been
Christ.
playing Elite.
Yeah, but you've been playing on PC, so it wouldn't do me any good anyway, because you haven't been on the Xbox.
No, whoa. Ghost? What?
Yeah.
When I winged up with you, what system was I on?
I was Xbox One. We ain't hooked up on PC yet.
Yeah. Well, look at that.
Oh, yeah, it was Saturday I bought it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Moving on.
Jesus. Next up, the grimmest of all Reapers. And let's face it, after that shellacking I just took, anything that this guy's got to say to me can't be that hard. Jack, how the hell are you? What you drinking? What you playing?
Currently, I'm drinking Stegmeyer Winter Warmer. It's a pretty decent beer. Nice little.
Okay, what category is that?
Dark beer.
Okay.
And
I didn't know if that was like a Winterfest type ale or.
yeah, it's pretty much what it is.
It should be a dark.
Not a Christmassy one, but it's a winter style. It's pretty good.
Winterfest dark. Okay.
And all I know is every night I patiently wait by my Xbox, hoping to get an Elite Dangerous invite, and it never comes. I mean, I was kind of hoping someone would walk me through the steps of flying a spaceship and making money in that game.
How about landing? Do we have anybody that knows about landing?
Oh, I know about landing.
But yeah, what I'm playing right now, I'm playing Battlefield 1. A lot of that, still digging that game. It's probably my favorite shooter at the moment. And on off nights, I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online again. Got back into that, created a new character, new Nightblade, running around terrorizing the NPCs.
Awesome. And making a return appearance on the ReaperCast. He goes by many names. I will at least use Ghost and Enyo throughout the show interchangeably. Ghostwalkers, how the hell are you? What you drinking and what you playing?
Let's see. Drinking. I stopped drinking alcohol, actually. So I'm drinking like some cran apple stuff.
Diet Pepsi, I'm sure.
Nah, I don't even do soda. But playing Elite Dangerous. As you heard, I've been on there a couple times with Jammer. And then I've gotten into that gamer ADD aspect. So looking around, I got Final Fantasy, Dragon Ball, Xenoverse, Daisy going. I'm just all over the place, man.
He's playing all those right now at the same time. But Ghost, I would like to tell you, I really I really appreciate you coming on and playing Elite with me. It means a lot to me. There are other people that I consider friends.
When I joined GRG, it said, don't game alone. And after 2 years, I'm finally not gaming alone. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, see, it shows that what a good friend in the community will do. They won't text you and say, hey, I got this game, and then not play with you. I mean, they wing up and you tried to help me earn some money with some bounty hunting.
I tried to get you some money, but you almost shut the station.
Well, I try, I got to do what I can. I got to sabotage some things, but I do appreciate your friendship. And, you might have moved up the list.
Here. You can, in the party, shoot the station and sabotage the mission. Oh, I'm in. I'm in. I am in. It's just like Grand Theft Auto, right?
It's Grand Theft Auto with Jack.
And Lala has a new favorite.
There you go.
We'll spend all night trying to get a mission off, a heist off, and I'll just be killing everybody.
So you've been too object focused. You gotta let your mind free.
I can see where this show's going tonight. This is going to be interesting. And for the second show in a row, I'm going to ignore where Lalo says all hail Embiid as far as the getting to know you segments. So we'll move on to community night information and the event calendar. Over at GrimReaperGamers.com/events, you will see what we have in store for the next several weeks. And here's a little capsule of what's going on in the next couple. Battlefield 1, we have nightly sessions going on, especially on community night. Looks like Monday night's still Titanfall 2 night. Jack, were you on the last one?
No. I rage quit Titanfall because I just hate any games with mechs in it. But the nice thing is Titanfall's huge in GRG right now. They had a full room going. They were doing private matches. I think they started off in some public matches. Got enough people. They had like 10 people come on and ran privates the rest of the night. So if you're looking to play in Titanfall, definitely hook up with that group. We always have somebody playing.
Very nice, very nice. As we mentioned before, Wednesday night community night, various games going on. We've had Titanfall 2 and Destiny going on. Battlefield seems to be the big one of late, and boy, did we have a ton playing last night.
Oh yeah, we had another full party. This is like a couple of weeks in a row we had it, and
I think this week was even better than last.
Yeah.
We had parties on both sides of the team, so it was almost all GRG.
Yeah, that's pretty much typical. And what's scary is GRG names are usually at the top of the scoreboard, and I don't know how that's happening. It doesn't make sense.
We play the objective, man.
Something's wrong there.
We don't have the greatest aim, but damn it, we get to the objective.
Johnny's got limo service to the objective.
Two Fat's charging him bus fare.
He Ubers. Two Fat's an Uber driver for Johnny to get to the objective.
Two Fat likes me. Unlike the rest of this group, Two Fat likes me.
He just gets the app and Two Fat got to come pick him up.
Yep.
What else do we have, Johnny?
We have Friday nights, Battlefield 1 and Titanfall going on. A lot of great gaming there. Getting GRG in various games of both. Usually carrying pretty full group of both of those on Friday nights. QuantumKlutz will also be hosting this Friday night some rogue hunting in the Division.
Yeah, let me just talk about this real quick. If you're into Division and you want to learn how to spend some time in the dark zone, definitely check out Quantum. This guy, Quantum, and also Reaper Man, he's usually on as well. These two guys, they know the dark zone in and out, like every nook and cranny, and they'll run you through stuff. They'll get you geared up. They'll get you tons of money. You'll mess around with the NPCs and you'll do a little rogue hunting and stuff like that. It's a good time. So these guys really know their shit. So
okay, you keep saying nook and crannies of the dark zone. Are we still talking about gaming?
Hey. I don't know. Maybe.
That sounds kinky. I don't know. Anyway, those guys know that game backwards and forwards. It's amazing how much time they put in.
I mean, if you go with your normally creepy intros, it's not any different. Just bring KY when you go to the dark zone with Quantum.
Yeah, they're out there busting Timmies.
Jesus. I recorded a new one, and everybody still gives me shit. I didn't even think the last one was that bad, but oh well. Also on Friday night, Omniscient Shark will be hosting his monthly movie night. Now, I know Who Framed Roger Rabbit is the first one. I don't know if the second one has been announced yet, but it'll be a double feature Friday night. Yes, sir.
You just want to clarify that it's January 6th. So if people are listening to Shark's movie night there.
Thank you. January 6th, yeah.
You don't want people listening to this on the 7th and thinking that it's the 13th.
Yeah, no, January 6th is monthly movie night. And then the first Friday in February, easy for me to say, which will be the 3rd, will be the next movie night. So if you miss it on the 6th, you got one coming up in February. He's going to be doing these monthly. So, but yeah, the Friday night the 6th will be the next movie night. That's on rab.it. And more details at forums.grimreapergamers.com. And finally, on the 12th, digital will be, that is a week from tonight. And I think this is going to be every alternating Thursday when we're not doing the ReaperCast as well. Pantless Rocket League. So Rocket League coming back, and digital says no pants.
Yeah, no, I think this is what we're looking at doing is just running just a, just a auto assign. You hop in, auto assign, we'll play just Rocket League all night long. Last time we did this, it was a lot of fun. I think I even hit the ball once or twice when we played, but
I will say with that game, my kids, they love. I just got them playing with it they wanted to play something with me, and I'm like, hey, how about this game? And all three of us will sit and play together and be on a team against the bots. And my kids love that game. They think it's so much fun. It's such a cheap game. And you think about the amount of time I put into that for the price of that game. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, my oldest son, he's the same way. He plays constantly with his friends online. They have strategies, and they're actually really good. They're unlike me. He's unlike me. He's actually good at games. I can't hit the goddamn ball to save my life in that stupid game, but I still play. It's fun.
Well, he'll never be a GRG member then if he's good.
No, he's barred.
That's a good time. Rocket League's a hell of a lot of fun. So for these and other events, as always, check out events or grimreapergamers.com/events for the events calendar. Gaming news, not a hell of a lot other than some Switch rumors and more sales to break our asses on the Xbox.
Oh, well, like what? Did you get anything?
He's not buying anything until Ghost Recon. He's not buying a single game until. That's what he said. What, 2 podcasts ago? Right? And
yeah.
He would never lie to us.
We already talked about Elite. Damn it.
Oh,
that's right. I forgot since you didn't wing up with me. I kind of had forgotten since you bought it again.
So.
Steam sale ended. Xbox is still trying to milk us out of our cash.
And I will go back to saying I did buy some Steam stuff, but I will say that it's what we talked about a few podcasts ago. It's not the same. No flash sales. The price was the price for a week and a half. I felt no obligation to check every day. And I don't know if it's that I already have a ton of games already, or I mean, certain things like Civ 6 I really wanted, but at $53, I'm like, which was only 10% off. I'm like, I got enough right now. I could play Civ 5 and wait till the price drops.
Yeah, you'll see a better sale on that in this summer anyway.
The flash sales just have that killed the fun of that sale for me.
And that's kind of what I liked about this countdown sale with the Xbox the last couple of years. They give you daily stuff. You get some daily stuff, and you got to check the site.
I didn't buy
to make sure that you get a shot.
Not one game.
So.
Well, you don't play PC.
No, or Xbox.
So
Xbox sales. I didn't buy shit for that either.
I didn't get anything for Xbox.
All right.
I did.
Yeah. He's playing 2 of them right now.
At the same time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So news, probably won't pick up here for a little bit, so it's gonna be a little slower on the news end. But
yes, like CES right now doesn't really give us that much in gaming. Like a little bit here and there, but that's more.
Well, maybe if NVIDIA hadn't kind of, they unveiled the new streaming deal, but then everybody discovered it was the same damn specs as the old one.
Well, I just want that triple screen laptop for work. I think that's the tits. That thing is.
Yeah,
I don't even want it for gaming. I mean, I want it for actual work. I do a lot of work from home, and just working on my laptop with single screen is painful.
That was Razer, wasn't it?
Yes, Razer was creating a triple screen gaming laptop, and I was pretty impressed by that.
Yeah, I love my dual monitor at work. That's the one thing.
Which still manages to only be a third of Acer's curved screen laptop that was like $9,000.
Yeah, $9,000.
It's fucking insane.
And I can't believe they've unveiled that one because they have such a great budget gaming laptop like the one I bought, $750, and it's
who's buying a $9,000 laptop? Who the hell?
Somebody with a lot more money than brains.
Yeah.
Here's some news for you. Sale news. If you're an Amazon Prime member and you're interested in the new Mass Effect, right now they have a 20% off, and you get it for $47 pre-ordering.
Isn't that's the standard though? I think if you're Prime.
Is it? Standard $60.
No, you get a discount as a Prime member for pre-ordering or like up to 2 weeks after release.
Physical.
Are you serious?
Physical copies, yeah.
Yeah, physical copy.
I've had Prime for a year and a half. I didn't know that crap.
Oh boy, just think about it. He already has way too many games. Now he's really fucked.
Oh
I'm
God.
myself again. I get rage.
He's like ordering this and this and this and this.
Click,
Man, you
click,
thought
click.
the backlog was bad before. Oh boy.
Yeah, you gotta get physical
Hey, man.
copies, but yeah, it's even like 2 weeks after release date. They'll keep it discounted.
Yeah.
He's so upset he
That's
had to
crap.
fix his pants.
Crap.
I think he literally shit his pants and had to fix it.
Jesus. All right. So since we're light on news, we're gonna just head right over to the Roundtable Topic, and this show's Roundtable Topic is going to be, since we are starting up 2017. Let's talk about what we're looking forward to this year. Yes, Jammer.
I just want our audience to know out there, we worked very hard on this list. We did a lot of planning. The past couple of weeks, we wanted to make sure this was organized and well thought out, so our audience would have a very clear-cut idea of what's coming out this year.
To translate that from Jammer's bullshit to English, that means Jack just put everything together and we're winging it.
Yes.
He's getting redder as I say it. It's great.
I hate this.
All right, so the big push for this was a poll that Greg's put up on GrimReaperGamers.com on the forums at forums.GrimReaperGamers.com. The poll was the 2017 game releases that we are looking forward to. So we have a poll here, and I think Greg's has about 20 different games here, roughly, guys.
Yeah, you left some off like Cuphead. I noticed.
Well, I think a lot of it kind of has to do with multiplayer. I think that's kind of where he put his focus. It looks like kind of those things that we would be playing as a community.
Cuphead is multiplayer.
Oh, it is? Okay.
No,
Well, it's been so long ago since they announced it that I forgot.
You're lying. He has like Last of Us 2 in there.
Anyway, let's
that's
start on
true.
the
I forgot
list.
about last two. Okay. So looking at the list, we're looking at I'm looking at the results as they sit at this moment, Thursday night. Ghost Recon Wildlands leads the pack, 72% of the votes. And you could do multiple games. I think you could choose up to 10.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, he said he did say he listed 20 because that's the max that the poll will handle on our forum.
You know, I gotta yell at Grex for not like hacking that and fixing it to be 25 or 30. He's slacking, and he's not getting paid this week.
This poll's already got problems because 20 games, that's not even nearly the number that Ghost or Johnny's going to buy this year. So,
I think, for crying out loud.
Hey, there's only 3 that I'm interested in. So.
Oh, gee. Oh, God. Don't be another second liar. We already have one liar on this cast. We don't need two.
Anyway, so Red Dead Redemption is second. Looking at the top 5 here, we got Ghost Recon Wildlands, Red Dead Redemption 2, Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, and Horizon Zero Dawn, the PlayStation exclusives. So Mass Effect getting honorable mention is 6th there, Death Stranding, South Park. Check the rest out at the forums on GrimReaperGamers.com. But So a heavy multiplayer bent. Obviously, the top 3 there are very actually, top 4, Crackdown 3 as well, are going to be heavily multiplayer. So, a little more leaning with the community aspect. I would say Ghost Recon, I would say that's probably pretty well anticipated by everybody. I mean, that's been the biggest one everybody's talked about. And it's 2.5 months away?
Yeah, March 7th is the release date for that. And I think the beta's coming up soon.
Beta should be coming up this month. Okay. I think they said January, but I don't think we've ever gotten dates yet.
No. The signups are going on right now, but
in fact, the second round of signups just hit this week, didn't they?
Yeah. I'm already registered for that. I can't wait to try out the beta because I'm a little iffy on this game since there's no PvP. It's all co-op. So I think I'm gonna probably get just a game with GRG, and plus it's March. You're going to have that the gaming slowdown. I'm going to probably want a new shiny penny to mess around with.
See, that poll, it's tough because you can only list 20, and it's going to be late in the year. But like Battlefront 2 is not on there. I think that would get a good response within the community because I feel that the first one, they did a good job with making it feel like Star Wars. And now they're going to really focus on taking it to the next level. So that one not being in the poll, I have a feeling that would have been up there too.
You're right. It could be one of those that's in there as well. So we could talk about that in a little bit, what's not on the list that should be on this list as well. So, and possibly a couple that aren't on the list that should never be anywhere close to it. So let's talk about what are we thinking are the most anticipated games? What are we looking at as far as this roundtable, the four of us? What are your most anticipated games? What are you looking forward to the most out of 2017?
Oh, well, one of them that was well received, which actually surprised me, and I'm concerned about is I loved the first Crackdown. I never even did. I had the Halo beta attached to it. I didn't even play the Halo beta. I liked the game. A lot of people bought that game because they just wanted the fucking beta at the time. And then the second one just shit the bed with nighttime and the stupid. It was awful. The second one.
2 wasn't good.
Yeah,
1 was a very underrated game.
1 was really good. So I'm hoping that they learned from their mistakes on 2 for 3 here and go back to what worked in the first game. But the first game was fantastic. So I'm really hopeful for that. I was kind of disappointed that it wasn't in 2016 since they had announced it initially.
Was it supposed to be initially released in 2016 or?
Yeah, and then they got delayed.
I've never played Crackdown for more than 5 minutes. I think I had them both for the original Xbox, but it wasn't really my game, and I'm not too sure about this one. I haven't really played it. I'd like to actually. Hopefully, they have some sort of beta so I can actually try it.
I love the superhero build up in a sense where you could keep jumping like higher. As you got stronger and stronger in the buildings where you couldn't get to things. Those stupid orbs were so addicting to go find. And I'm not really a completionist that way either. But
what the orbs gave you was
of that
more and more
game.
power, which was really kind of the draw to the whole game, was just seeing how much power you could get.
Yeah, and then the second one was just fucking awful.
Yeah.
Was everything in the previous ones destructible? Because that's the big thing they're pitching for Crackdown
it wasn't
3.
Before. Yeah.
Is you can destroy every dang thing because it uses the the cloud service to process everything.
See, that takes away some of getting the powers then, because before if things are destructible, part of the thing of Crackdown, there would be these orbs like at the fucking top of a skyscraper, and if you can just destroy the building, then I'm like, well. So we'll have to see more of that. Hopefully,
I'm sure there will be limits because the fact is that the cloud has been kind of the highly underutilized aspect of multiplayer gaming this gen. I think it's because it just isn't quite ready for what they said it would be ready for this generation.
I think we'll probably see some footage at E3. I'm hoping. Because that was one thing. I remember E3 last year. I was looking forward to some Crackdown footage, and I don't think there was any from what I remember, and I was a little disappointed in that because I thought it was a 2016.
I would figure there would be, because if this is going to make 2017, there needs to be at E3 because that's going to be their big headliner, to be honest, unless they decide to come out of nowhere and announce Halo 6. But even so, Halo 6 wouldn't be out till next year at the earliest. So, I mean, if they don't announce or if they don't show anything with Crackdown by E3, I think we got some problems.
Yep.
So, other games that are anticipated, this one here, the next one on our list here is Cuphead, which has been announced since before the Xbox One came out. I believe that was one of the indie games they announced on the E3 when they announced the Xbox One initially, right?
Yeah, that was an early one that people have been interested in Cuphead for a long time.
Yeah, I don't really follow the indie games too much, but that one looks spectacular. I think that whole art style of the early cartoons back like the old Popeye days and whatnot.
The old Popeye, the early Disney, the Oswald the Rabbit days and stuff. Yeah,
that game looks like it looks like it plays like you're right in that cartoon. So I can't wait. This is what I'm gonna get. Usually I'm not a platformer anymore, but I'm definitely buying this when it comes out. It's a must buy.
It's a very interesting game. Again, I'm curious if this is the actual year, because I mean, what are we on 3 years running now where we thought this is the year
It has to be.
that this would come out?
I mean, like they're showing all this footage for it. It's like, well,
It's gonna be another No Man's Sky.
Oh
Don't
God!
Please don't do that to us.
That'd be a crusher, because this has been, like I said, this has been anticipated by a lot of gamers since before the Xbox One even released.
Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing, and I can't wait to play it. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. And what you can run through it, was it like 2 people you can run through at the same time co-op? So
is it a co-op? Okay.
I think there was 2 players, and
I think you're right.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Another one with a lot of high interest to it, that I don't think a lot of us really quite know what it's going to be yet. Even the dog is Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
got a lot of interest in GRG. What is that? 3rd on our current poll?
Yeah, and I don't really think, if you asked anybody, okay, what exactly are you doing in it? I don't know.
But
I mean, has a clear-cut answer.
Unlike the rest of you guys, I actually did a little research on this, and there's really nothing out there.
Yeah,
there's not.
A couple things I found out. Like a couple things I found was interesting was they said it's a completely seamless world, so it's no loading screens. It's like the Division and whatnot. Like you can go from one point to the next, and you'll never get a loading screen at all. And from what I was reading, they say it's going to take about like 6 to 8 hours to sail across from one side of the map to the other. So apparently the Sea of Thieves world is so huge that it's going to take forever to kind of get across, basically. And last thing I found was interesting. There's no historical pirate names in the games. There's no Blackbeards, or whatnot. They want the players to be their own Blackbeard. So I kind of, you thought they would pull from that, pull some Blackbeards, but no.
And I think here's what it boils down to right now, where the interest is so high. We are adult gamers. You're looking at the vast majority of men ages 25 and up. We get to be pirates in a multiplayer aspect, and I think that's pretty much what just became the Sirens call for gamers with this game, is the idea of just being a pirate and doing what you dang well please in a multiplayer environment.
Well, I just want the booty.
Yeah, but and it's going to require a lot of co-op. So if you get a boat that one of the larger vessels, you're going to need multiple people to actually sail that boat, the ship or whatever, the pirate ship. If you're solo, you only have like a little tiny boat because you can't handle the bigger ones.
Rowboat.
So I don't know how that's going to work, because if you get online, you're going to have to actually be online with people. Your friends are actually playing it online. So if you get on, say you hop on for lunch, I don't know how that's going to play as like a lunchtime game if you're solo. That's one of my concerns for it.
Yeah, so, it's like if John and I own the SS Corn, and I'm planning on John helping me row the ship, just like me sitting in my dock in Elite, I'm not going to be going too far.
No, you're going to be stuck in the dock and
on Sea of Thieves in Pirate World too. Yeah,
I think it's going to be all about the battles. That's going to be the big thing. You're going to be able to travel, but I don't think there's going to be any story. It's going to be just an open world arena type game.
Oh, the other thing I found was interesting was there are no NPC ships. So any ship you see in the water is going to be an actual player.
It's going to be like Guns of Icarus and evolve. It'd be really hyped, and then it'd die off really quickly. That's my prediction.
Yeah, so this one's gonna be based on how big the user base gets,
and then how dickish the user base is.
It's online. The user base will be dickish.
The devs are saying the world is so big, it's not going to be like a dark zone for like the Division where you can get stomped, running around. This is going to be so big. They say you might not see other ships, and if you do, you'll be able to easily evade them. So
yeah, but when you have no NPC interaction, because you could take that point you just made, imagine you don't see no ships for 2 days. Then what?
Well, that's it. Well, I guess I have no idea.
I'll be quitting.
Yeah, I'll be quitting.
Right?
This is iffy for me. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of guys want to get it, so I might get it just to play with GRG. But this isn't usually my style of game, so.
Well, it's in alpha stage now, and we should be hearing more about it as it progresses through alpha stage. It gets into beta stage as more and more people have played it. So
they definitely want to try to get in that beta.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one. So, one I want to ask about, one that we should see this fall, Has a big following, but it's been a couple years now. Destiny 2, do we see this one this fall, and what do you think we see out of it?
I hope we do. I don't know. I'm leery that it'll make the fall release. You never know with Bungie, but I'm hoping we do. Destiny desperately needs a new game. They can't add any more expansions to it. The last expansion was just okay. I'm hoping for Destiny 2, they just expand on the world and the different things. I would love to see them scrub your old characters. I hope they don't bring the old characters over, the old weapons. I don't want that shit anymore. I want new characters. I want new enemies. I want larger worlds. I basically want Destiny. I think Destiny 1 was like a proof of concept game. I want that, but larger and more interactive. But I mean, this goes without saying. If it comes out this fall, I'm buying it. I'm getting it, and that's that.
I don't know if their user base on the first game has really dropped overly dramatically. I know it's dropped, but so because of what the user numbers probably still are, I don't know if they feel necessarily like they need to rush it. There's still a ton of people that just play Destiny. They'll delete a character, start over. I mean, there's people just addicted to that game.
There's no planned expansions until Destiny 2, so
that doesn't mean people are stopped.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I look at GRG, and I look at the friends list there, and I have 400 people on there, and I see maybe a handful, maybe like 5 or 6 still playing it. I'm sure GRG, we're taking a break. We'll probably head back into it to maybe revisit some of the raids just for fuck's sake, but I don't see anyone getting back into it heavy. Everybody's got level 400 characters, and they've done the raids, and there's only so many times you can do the same content over and over. And Destiny 1 really forced that down your throat, repeating the same content. And they would even, their DLCs was just the same content, and they reversed the freaking map. I mean, it was just, they stole money with that game, I think, a little bit with some of the DLC. And I hope Destiny 2 just makes it bigger, and I would love for them to get in bed with Blizzard and make a proper game, because I think the idea of Destiny works, and that's what people want. They just need the size of like a Warcraft, or maybe half the size of Warcraft. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it needs to be more fleshed out.
Yeah. I still don't know what the story is from the first one. I have no fucking clue. I know you just shoot people. There's enemies, you shoot them, and that's that.
Read your cards. Read your cards when you're in a shitter.
Yeah.
I mean, another huge one.
That'd be a long trip to the shitter.
Yeah. That once again isn't a Jack type of game, but a Mass Effect is going to be huge.
Yep, that was the direction I was going to go next. Was Mass Effect that comes out in March, late March 21st in North America. Open world version now. I mean, the story goes open world, and most of us have played at least the bulk of the trilogy, if not all. It was a great game, a great series, great sci-fi series. Now it's one of the big heavy hitters, making its debut in current gen.
The open world scares me. They knew what they were doing. Not really in the first 3. It's kind of
no. I mean, it had the open world feel, but you definitely had some. It was on rails, at least to get from story point A to B to C. You were on rails, definitely, or at least you were prodded in the right direction. It wasn't pure rails, but
I'll be getting it. Lala won't have it, so I'll definitely get it.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. I never played any of the games, so I'm not.
Well, it didn't have a real strong multiplayer aspect, so this will be one that is bought by GRG members, discussed in the community, but not really a co-op or.
I know one person I'll be getting. That's Grex.
2, me. I love those games.
Oh, you're getting it? I wasn't paying attention.
As long as it's not like the first game where the loading screen was basically standing in an elevator all the time.
Oh God,
that elevator's painful.
Yeah, I'm playing through that right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That constant elevator sequence. Oh dear.
Like anytime you want to go to a different floor in the ship, it's like, oh, let's go stand in the elevator for 25 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm getting the game now.
Story-wise, it was great. Yeah, I did that. Loading stuff was pretty brutal early on in the series. A couple other spots. Some of the driving sequences on the first one I remember were kind of a nightmare.
Oh God, the Mako, yeah.
That thing sucked.
Yeah.
But that's how strong a story it was, for that we still talk about it in positive terms.
Well, it's funny. I thought about playing through those again, and now it's reminding me why I don't want to play the first one again.
Yeah, every time I think about it, I think about the driving sequence. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
It is one of the few franchises that your save file can progress from every one. You go from Mass Effect 1, use that same file for 2, 3, and probably so on until Andromeda.
And it was really the pioneer in that aspect. That was unheard of.
Well, and the choices, kind of mattered what you decided to do. I mean, it was
impacts later on, and even impacted you into the second and third game. So that'll be a fun one. I don't know if I'm going to get it on release, but it'll be on my radar.
Oh boy!
No, I'm serious. That one probably isn't going to be, because of Ghost Recon, same time.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! I'm not saying anything until that episode comes around.
Yes. It'll be a summertime game for me when there's nothing out in the summer. Let's look at not necessarily, multiplayer, but not necessarily shooter. The real-time strategy aspect of Halo Wars 2, taking the Halo universe, bringing it to an RTS. We've had a handful of people that have played Halo Wars, the original. It has a good following. It's kind of the lost game in the Halo franchise, I think. But a really interesting one if you like the real-time strategies, like the Command and Conquer type games.
Did that come with the Master Chief Collection?
The first one did, I think. The Halo Wars?
Yeah, this is a
was
pass
it
for
DLC?
Me. I'm like the world's worst RTS guy.
No!
I could never play Warcraft or any of this Command and Conquer. I think I gave up on Command and Conquer.
Generals.
I love Command and Conquer, but I have not played a lot of RTS since.
Yeah, I'm not an RTS person. In our community, that's not going to be a big game. It'll still do well, I think, but just not.
It'll be a
GRG.
niche game it'll be a niche game within GRG. Most certainly. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go with one that I really don't think comes out in 2017. This is my most likely to be delayed. But Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2, which made a big splash with the teaser trailer a couple months ago. Red Dead Redemption, well loved, great game. Love the Western aspect. The multiplayer was pretty fun. I would love to see this come out this fall or holiday season. I just think it's going to be pushed to spring of 18.
And they're not afraid to push spring games. I think it was GTA. Was it 4 that came out in spring rather than fall? I think 5 came out in the fall.
Because that was supposed to be a spring game and it got pushed to fall.
Yeah. So they're not. It's not like they're afraid to push it into that quarter.
No,
so
Rockstar will push rather than release a half-ass game. So.
Well, as long as they have assless chaps in that one, I'm all aboard.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
That's what I'm wearing right now. So I mean,
Red Dead Redemption is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm curious to see what they do online because of how they've supported GTA Online. You've got the base game and the story game, the offline concept of the game, the story based game, but then where they really fleshed out this series this time was in the online. Are they going to do something similar for Red Dead Redemption 2?
I just hope they keep supporting GTA while they're at it too. I mean,
yeah, that's why I think the GTA support is going to die down, and you're going to see shark cards for Red Dead Redemption. Someone's going to want to have a white horsey and a black horsey and
spur cards.
And
sarsaparilla
cards. I don't know. I like GTA Online. It's a fun game. It's a lot of fun to mess around with. I don't know how much customization they'll be able to bring into like a Red Dead Redemption game. So when you play online, how are you going to be able to customize your character? How much can you really do? I don't know.
Is Johnny still gonna fail to buy bulletproof hooves?
Well, wait a minute. They're metal. Wouldn't they be technically bulletproof?
Every car
anyway?
he has, every car or motorcycle he owns has regular tires on.
Not true. My motorcycles now have bulletproof tires.
Now.
Well, one does, one doesn't, because one doesn't allow it.
Because you learned a lesson.
One of my motorcycles allows bulletproof.
That's a rough lesson.
And you know what? The thing is, the one you shot is the one I cannot buy bulletproof tires for.
You should not be driving
the
that
one.
around me.
Anytime I get in a car with John, Jack shoots the tires out, and I'm like, "You didn't buy bulletproof tires, did you?"
Hey, if I'm in my armored car, he cannot shoot those tires out either.
My favorite GTA experience was buying that armored car, and you guys didn't have it. That was a good night.
Yeah, we got a lot accomplished that night.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, Red Dead is going to be huge, 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 huge. But I don't see it coming out in if it does, it would be like October.
Yeah, I think it's wishful thinking on Rockstar's part.
Yeah, I still think that's a spring 2018 game myself, but
I know a lot of the guys from GRG will be buying the game. So.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's going to be a huge community
good
game.
on the first one.
Yeah, no, it was well done, and it was such a different type of take. So, I'm looking forward to it. I just, I'm not going to already plan it out. I'm not going to use my Amazon Prime and pre-order it for October right now.
Yeah, no, that's probably my most likely game to get pushed. That'd be the one I'd probably vote for there. One more on the anticipated front. DICE has already said they're going to take a break from Battlefield. They're going to be focusing on Battlefront. So with the movie coming out, or the latest in the sequel in the sequel trilogy, Episode 8 coming out this fall or this holiday season,
December again.
Yeah, December again. We're probably going to see Battlefront 2 come out this fall. I think that's a given. Battlefront 1, a fun game, low on content until the DLC came out, and it lost a lot of players because of it.
I think some came back once Rogue One came out.
Yes,
I think
Battlefront 1, I think it was too casual. I think that was a big problem. I don't think it was even the content. I mean, it had low content, but the actual gameplay itself is just too casual. I really hope they maybe bring a Battlefield 1. I don't know what they were missing from Battlefront. Maybe classes, something a little bit better. But it will be coming out this fall because they're not releasing a Battlefield. So they're going to alternate between Battlefront and Battlefields for now.
It's tough for them to do a lot more in terms when you think of the land of Star Wars. I mean, you're not looking at machine guns or anything. They're space pistols. So that it gets a little bit trickier in terms of trying to mimic what a Battlefield 1 is, with the pace and everything to it. You don't have as many options, I don't think, there.
I think one thing that they were kind of... Go ahead, Inyo.
Oh, I was just joking around. I was going to say bring Hutball to the console.
He'd be all over that.
I think one thing they were kind of handcuffed by with Battlefront 1 was that they were kind of limited to the original trilogy, and there weren't varying classes of troopers outside of the stormtroopers and the speeder bike troopers and the snow troopers. So you had 3 classes, but they were all kind of the same thing, different armor. I think now with the universe that's being expanded out between Force Awakens, Rogue One, and Episode 8, we're seeing different classes now within. We saw what we see about 4 or 5 different classes in Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
I think at some point, without giving too much away, there were various classes of troopers there. So I think we're going to see a little more. This universe is getting a little more fleshed out. They're not as worried about spoilers now because there was a big movie, coming out, the last one that came out. So they couldn't really do much until after that movie had been out there.
Well, and they still got to be careful with Episode 8 content. But yeah, no, 7 wasn't even out when they released Battlefront.
No, it was out 2 months later.
Yeah. So you're right. They had to be careful with that.
Yeah, they were really handcuffed there.
I mean, they kind of recreate maps, and they could use the Star Wars universe and make up fake maps and shit. It doesn't have to be in certain places.
Or they could just, since it's a lower sell, well, they'll sell it because of Star Wars, or just dump DLC and or paid DLC and just release stuff for free. That'd be nice.
I think I've heard that before.
They'll never do it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I wasn't a big
not
fan.
big.
Like I think Battlefront 1, I mean, it looked and sounded amazing, and the gameplay itself was just very, very flat.
I like it when I do want a casual shooter. Sometimes I would rather that than the frantic pace of a Titanfall or the slow low and go of Battlefield. If I want something just where I kind of just want to run around and shoot shit, that's a good game for it.
It feels like an arcadey shooter,
Yeah.
first-person shooter.
Sometimes I want that instead of the other options that are out there.
You think they should do a co-op version of Star Wars?
I would still be waiting at Tatooine, waiting for Johnny to land and go with me.
Make maybe a Mos Eisley's Cantina.
Yeah.
That's if he would buy it. Just install it's another thing.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting in Tatooine.
You take it slow. You buy it one year, play it the next. It's kind of like a marriage.
Yeah, I'm not even going there just in case.
That's the case. I never turn my Xbox on. All right, so now let's go to, there's a lot of games with a lot of hype. A lot of games, everybody's fighting to get your dollar. Marketing budgets are even bigger than development budgets. What do we think's going to be least anticipated? Maybe could be the most disappointing. What are you not necessarily looking forward to in 2017?
I'm gonna go with. It's just been too long, and I know that it's not the same game. I played the original Prey back on the 360, probably 10 years ago that game was out or whatever. Probably was 2006 or 7 around the 360 early stages. And they're trying to, recreate the game or whatever. They missed the boat when they could have done a Prey 2 not too far after the first one. And that's just going to fall flat on its face, I think. I don't even know what's it say right here. Early 2017, maybe there's nothing up against it, but I really enjoyed the first one, but I don't think that's happening.
Jack, what do you think is going to be kind of that, leave you flat?
I don't have any games to pick from that I would choose. I'd say the whole list, but honestly, I think my biggest issue is the lack of first-person shooters. I mean, we're not. What are we looking at for next year that's planned? First-person shooter. We're looking at Battlefront 2, and then obviously Call of Duty. They'll have Call of Duty 17, and I think. Well, I guess that would probably be my biggest disappointment because we know Call of Duty 17 is just going to be the same shit over and over, and unless they reinvent that game, come up with something new. I don't know. I see that flopping.
Don't you think though? And I know our community is really, early on at least, and somewhat now, very first-person shooter oriented. But don't you think it's kind of gotten to the point where the market just got over flooded with FPS games, and it hurt itself? And I think they're trying to shift away from that, where it was like every other month there was a new FPS game out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you look at like Destiny, and for the past 2 years. You could always get a group going for that. So I think first-person shooters are still a thing. I just think they need to expand on it, and they can't keep coming up with the same old. So they're basically reskinning.
I'm not saying they're not viable. I'm not saying they're not viable. I'm just saying that there was Homefront, and then there was I don't even remember. What the fuck? I don't remember some of the names of some of them, but there was all these different story-based FPS games, and it was that's all that was hitting the market. And I think now people tired of that, and they just went to the big sellers. So that's why there's not as many options out there now, because I think budgetary, they know that people are going to play Battlefield, people are going to play Call of Duty. There's only a few titles that people are going to really sink their teeth into.
Yeah.
One that did good in the past, they could probably revisit, was Dead Space.
Yeah, Dead Space was good.
Yeah, I think, and I don't expect, like I said before with Call of Duty, I think they're going to screw that up even more. I know, was it this version, the sales were something like 50% lower than Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare. So apparently I think they're talking about going back to the Vietnam or World War II era, which they have to. I think unless they start that game over, that game's done. I think Call of Duty days are over. I look at my list, my friends list, and there's only a handful of people playing it. It's just a shame. I look at the games coming out for 2017, and I'm not seeing the shooters, and that's what I like to play. So it's going to be a rough year for me. I will see what happens.
The gaming industry hates you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to call DICE up, and I'm going to call Activision, tell them who I am.
The gaming industry doesn't care if you don't buy anything. They have Ghost and Johnny alone that's going to buy like 3/4 of the titles released. So
well, that's my card. I'm going to say I'm going to tell these guys not to buy games.
Well, you do have pull.
I got pull right.
All right, Ghost, you got anything on that list that just screams underwhelming? Or even off that list? Anything that you know of in 17?
Well, from the list, the one that I'm actually worried about is Wildlands. I'm really hoping it does not crash because I want that game to be great. And No Man's Sky burnt a lot of people with the hype. So, I'm very skeptical when it comes to the hype trains now. So I hope Recon comes out. I hope it's good. I hope it takes things back from its previous games and it's not just a Division mask over.
I was kind of looking at that game as being a Division in an open world type of environment.
If they took the Division and merged it with I gotta look it up now. It was one of the previous. Starts with an A.
Apple.
Yeah, just keep going.
Asymmetrical.
So Division meets Advanced Warfighter. I thought Advanced Warfighter.
Oh,
was really
GRA.
good.
Yeah, GRA 1 and 2.
There's a mix of those two for the technology. I think it could be good.
I'd like to see them get back to the GRA style gameplay in the co-op for Wildlands. I thought the last Ghost Recon was kind of disappointing. It just wasn't as good as their previous titles. Future Soldier just didn't do much for me, and I used to love that series. So I'm hoping that Ghost Recon Wildlands, like you said, gets back to the GRA style.
Did you play Phantoms at all?
No.
That was a good one. That was a free to play on PC.
Yeah, no, the ones I played are the console Advanced Warfighters.
Johnny doesn't play free games. He likes to buy them.
I play some freebies. Mine, I would say, well, it's not quite on the list that we've got, but it's one on the PlayStation side that I think they're going to really screw up. The first Metal Gear without Kojima, Metal Gear Survive, because, let's take the formula that works, the stealth action, the great stories, the fun gameplay.
7-hour cutscenes.
Yeah. Okay, there is one disadvantage to that. Yes, Kojima gets crazy with the cutscenes, but I do love the gameplay. I love that style of game. And so what are they going to do? They're going to completely screw it up, put in wormholes and zombies. Great. I'm sorry. I don't see this as any more than Konami sticking a middle finger up to Kojima because they were stupid enough to dump him.
I don't even recognize it.
I don't see this as being anybody else besides you even giving a shit.
Well, there are a lot of people that like Metal Gear, but
no, that's true. I know.
It won't be after this one. I don't think. I mean, everybody's laughed at the damn trailers.
I like that chick with the sniper rifle from Metal Gear. That's about it.
Oh yeah.
I love the series, and I actually forgot that there was another game coming out with that label until you just said it. That's pretty much what I think about it.
See, there you go, folks, right there. Proof positive, and let's face it, you're not alone. It's thoroughly mocked everywhere it goes. I mean, and let's face it, they're basically just taking the name, slapping it on some goofy ass Last of Us, and Last of Us hybrid shooter is what they're basically trying to do, and trying to throw Metal Gear on to get people to buy it.
You mean Metal Gear becomes Call of Duty?
Yeah. It might be worse. It'll only take one bad sequel to kill the franchise. So, yeah, that's the one I think is going to really botch it this year. I think that's if it releases this year, it's going to be a shit turd.
Oh, Brink was the shitty FPS shooter I was thinking about.
Oh God, yes.
I
couldn't remember the name.
I had Brink pre-ordered. I canceled like the very, very last second on that game. I saw what the enemy downstate, and it's exactly the same as Enemy Territory. It's the same company that made it. They made and I bailed, and I was like so thankful that I did.
I convinced a bunch of my friends.
One.
Yeah, I convinced a bunch of my friends to go all in on that game, and then man, I still hear about it now, and this is like 8 years later.
Yeah, gee, I think I was one of those friends.
Oh, you buy every game, you don't count.
Did you? Yeah. Wait, did you show up to that one?
Yes, I did.
Did you install the game?
Yes.
Well, back then he didn't have to.
Oh,
it was just
sure.
on the disc.
On the 360, yeah.
It was terrible. Oh my God, it was awful. It was. I mean, it wasn't quite Homeland bad, but it wasn't much better.
Homeland. The upsetting thing about Homeland was that game had actually promise. It was like Battlefield Light. It was a cross between Call of Duty and Battlefield. And had it worked, it would have been fun to play. But holy fuck, did it not work?
No.
Oh my God, it was so broken.
Oh, the market has definitely gotten tougher.
Homeland was the one I got lucky with. Like you said, you got lucky with Brink, Jack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got lucky with Homeland. I bailed on that one.
I did not get that one. Yeah.
That was, I think, beta, and then at the last second, I bailed on it.
No, had it worked, it would have been a great game. I have a wish list game.
And what's that?
Battalion 1944.
Oh yeah, the World War II shooter.
Yeah, it's supposed to be realistic. You use your weapons over time; they get bad or damaged. Your uniform gets damaged and stuff like that. Or, it's just another shooter. It looks pretty cool. I've seen some of the videos. The graphics look pretty good, and I think they're coming out with a beta soon. So, hopefully, I think sometime in Actually, I think the alpha's coming out soon.
The
beta will be this summer, and then they're talking about doing an early release, kind of like Ark. So you may be able to buy it in the fall. So I'm hoping this game comes out in the fall. Just a shooter. There's really nothing else to pick from. So
these early releases, I don't even know what's an early release and what's a real release anymore.
Well, if I can buy the
deadline has gotten gray in the last year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
If I can buy the game for $35, I'll do it.
Yeah, as long as they discount them.
Hey,
I paid $60 for an early release game a few months ago called No Man's Sky.
Oh, God.
I got Ark for $35 or whatever it was, $35. I got my money out of that.
Oh yeah. And then some.
You say they did add things to No Man's Sky, but still got gypped in the beginning.
Game looked dumb from the get-go. I don't know why you guys even thought it was good.
It was like Star Fox, man. It was a throwback.
Garbage.
Loser. Get good.
It didn't have Lala. That was one positive that made us want to go get it.
It's not an MMO that you can play solo. There you go.
That's the only way to play MMOs, solo.
I'm gonna call one on my wish list here because there's been talk that it's coming out in 2017. I don't think it happens, and that is the game from Quantic Dream, the makers of Heavy Rain. That is Detroit Beyond Human. I really am looking forward to that game. It looks really cool, but I don't think it happens in 2017. Although that would be my wish list 2017 game. I loved Heavy Rain. I like that style of game. It's interesting. It's a nice change of pace.
You like the shower scene?
Maybe.
Get to wash yourself.
Maybe. I cannot confirm nor deny that.
I got one that's got it would be a trick, and so this is not going to happen. So I can already guarantee this is not going to happen.
And that is
that they said that they weren't going to make another straight Battlefield game. But Bad Company 3.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
That'd
Not
be great.
But
I think people go ape shit over something like that.
I
Oh
get
my
it.
god.
Bad Company 2 still my favorite one.
That'd be a day one right there.
Battlefield 1 might be now, but
Battlefield 1's great, but man, that Bad Company series was just so much fun.
Yeah.
The humor was awesome.
Yeah, it was a little more lighthearted than, and I mean, granted, especially with the Vietnam pack, that had a little, because
the Vietnam pack was great.
Vietnam had that levity that you had out of like Good Morning Vietnam. There's still a serious topic, a serious backdrop, but there was always some of that levity interspersed in and
Soundtrack
out.
was awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh man, when you hear Flight of the Valkyrie on the chopper, or you'd hear
wasn't Fortunate Son in it too?
Fortunate Son, yeah.
It was a good soundtrack.
So it was like playing Good Morning Vietnam.
But that would be my wish list.
I only played multiplayer on that.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still got the music when you were playing multiplayer.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't do the Vietnam side.
He was too angry.
Oh, I love the Vietnam one. Multiplayer was great too on that. So, all right. So, 2017. We are just about a week into it. And we've given you the rundown on what we think is going to be big coming out of 2017. We may see some surprises. We may see some things move. We'll obviously see some disappointments, but another gaming year, and GRG will be there with you.
I hope there's some surprises because it's not really that overly exciting.
Oh,
right now.
Enyo, you got it. You got one last point here. What you think?
Yeah, watching a couple streamers, I think VR is going to make a big push into 2017 because where Jack's looking for FPSs, there are quite a few FPS VR demos that are out right now.
GRG just wants porn.
Yeah, porn. Yeah.
They be happy.
I'll get my GRG license flashlight out, some porn, some VR. It's all good.
When tomatoes turn red. Gotcha.
I think VR would be good for Forza. If you had the racing wheel, you had the VR helmet on, I think that'd be perfect for that game. That's like the only game I could see VR really being incredible on.
And porn.
Not any type of simulation.
Well, how about Forza with porn?
Oh, so like you're getting head while driving.
Yeah,
Roadhead.
High
Simulated
speeds.
Roadhead.
Yeah.
All right, let's make the game.
Okay.
Sounds like a
There
winner.
we go. GRG sponsored game.
Holy
Don't need
shit,
a VR helmet. Never mind.
There's 2017's $1 billion seller right there. You know what I think would be really cool on VR is the survival genre. Your Ark style game would be a lot of fun in VR.
Oh, shocking. You would tie Ark to it.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
So
then,
you get the South Park smell-o-vision.
oh God.
Actually, we didn't bring up the South Park game.
Oh, we didn't. No, probably because it's not a multiplayer.
Yeah.
Who's gonna buy it so they can use that smell device? Don't lie.
Not me.
Yeah, I smell. Oh my God, South Park. That'd be funny. But yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this one home. So first show of 2017, had a lot of fun. Jack, Jammer, and thanks guys.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, no worries.
Nobody says nothing. Jeez.
See, I
Leaves
show
me
up.
hanging.
I show up to this, unlike you showing up to fly spaceships with me.
Jeez, here we go.
he's too
They
busy
gotta make
sitting
one
in
more
Too
shot.
Fat's tank.
You gotta go make a clan night event. There you go. Enough people are buying it.
Yeah.
Hosted by Jammer.
There we go. All right. Next show is the big 50th show. We have hit 50. Unreal. About 10 times more than we thought we'd hit. 2 weeks. That'll be on the 19th. Want to welcome the new members to the clan. We had a good little run here of late. In fact, got a guy tonight that played with us on Wednesday and still decided to join. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, scary.
We gonna have any special guests on the 50th? Or
I'm
I'm sure we've already planned out, right?
I
Yes,
think
it's
we've
planned out to the T. We're gonna have Mariah Carey on. Maybe
she'll lip sync it all
yeah.
badly. We're working on some special guests for that, some returning guests. Not one that certain people think, but I'm sure other returning
we're in
guests.
Contract negotiations. The riders are pretty tough on that one.
Riders are pretty tough. We all have to leave the show.
No idea what you're all talking about.
Yeah. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/GrimReaperGamers. Also, forums.GrimReaperGamers.com. And Jammer, what's that Twitter handle?
It's grgamers.com. Spell out the .dot.
Is that a Z or no Z?
No Z. You screwed it up when I wasn't around.
Remember, we're on player.me and Twitch as well. Check out Grim Reaper Gamers on both of those platforms. Want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks, guys, for being on and joining us tonight. Your insight has been very appreciated. Remember, hit up that subscribe button on YouTube if you want to check out our videos and our gameplay and, of course, past episodes of the show on YouTube. Also, we're on iTunes and Google Play if you just want the audio only. Check out Shenanigans, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, wherever. So, for Enyo and Lala and Jammer, this is Johnny Hustler saying so long, Happy New Year, and get your game on.